Good afternoon, my people. Thank you for coming back to another Tony Montana video. Please say hello to this is Ramsey, Chef Ramsey. This is my one. He's 3 years old. He was born literally right behind me. He is bigger than my dog Bossman that you saw on the previous video. He's about 3 or 4 pounds. I say maybe condition weight will be 3 or 4 pounds bigger. I would say. Hey! He's much taller, much longer than Bossman. My Bossman dog, he's shorter but stockier. He is on the skinny side. But again, these are individuals that are different, even though they're little mates. They are very different in personality. He is a very quiet dog. He's one of those dogs that will not go crazy in front of a dog, but the moment he gets within distance, he would actually attack it. So many times owners of this type of dogs will misunderstand that type of personality as being a good dog around other dogs, which is not the case. He is not. He has some good qualities in terms of that. He isn't. He doesn't go crazy like his brother and sister, but I've seen him that he will act upon it especially when he was with his sister. When they were pups, his sister was always very hot. Excuse me, and sister, something happened. I can't remember what it was that triggered it, and she tried to dominate in terms of being dominant with him and kind of biting him. Oh, he didn't have it. He didn't. I mean, he didn't take it well. So they went at it. Obviously, I was right there. And they were small. They was about 3-4 months, and I was able to pull them apart. Literally pick them up, one in each hand, and to the point that I had to put one in the bathroom and one on the other one, so to give me enough time to hide one of them or put them away. So Ramsey, come here. And this is another example again. They know their names, and so they not like some people that have dogs and they have no clue. You could call them James, Jimmy, Bob, or Molly, and they will not either not pay attention or they will pay attention to anything being called up. But Ramsey knows his name. See, and he's my Chef Ramsey. Like I said, he's right now, he must be about 51, 52 pounds. I would say 52 pounds. I guess, again, I'm going to be working on getting him in condition, in good shape. But again, this is all a work in progress. This dog is 3 years old. This dog and my daughter, they're 2 weeks apart in age. So he's older by 2 weeks. So I had these puppies, and then 2 weeks later I had my daughter, and it was a handful to do all that at the same time and taking care of my wife after birth, and it was a very interesting time. Now here we are 3 years later, enjoying the time with the dogs and what we've done. And as you can see, for the haters, for the people that are looking for I'm putting my video on them so that the haters could look at the dog and critique it. Some of them would say, "Oh, he's too skinny," blah blah blah. What I would say is, I'm working on his hind legs. This dog in particular is more like his mother. This dog in particular looks and acts a lot more like his mother. In the video that titled Triple J Pelican Bay my or something to that effect, that dog, he's much more like his father. So even though they came from the same belly, this is really a male representation of the mother, and the other male is a male representation of the father. And sometimes that is very important for you to understand, because a lot of times the external appearance and some of the external, or like the characteristics on top of the personality makes give you an indication of what they are or who they follow in terms of a work for purpose. So these individuals, they may act more like the parent they appear to act. And you're, as a breeder, what you're looking for is to make sure that this generation, like this one in particular, that acts a lot more like the mother, doesn't have the negatives that the mother had. If they keep the negatives, or worse, that they have the mothers and fathers' negative traits, then that dog should not be bred, you know. And here they are showing you again. And we do that more because the dog has nails. But again, they are going to make sure the dogs are, obviously the dog is not being aggressive. We're not concerned about that. But we're concerned that because the dog has nails and he wants to play, that the dog doesn't know how to be gentle. You know, the level of gentle behavior is what he lacks a bit. And that's okay, because these are big dogs that grew up around my daughter, and it seemed like my daughter knows how to handle that for the most part. She's gotten scratched. Like I said, my legs, I always have scratches. Let's see, this is just normal for someone that actually has dogs, you know, and lives with dogs, you know, not just particularly that has dogs. A lot of people have dogs. They have them either crated, they have them on chains, which is not, which is okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with chaining a dog, but again, it's not okay to chain them and forget them. It's okay to have them instead of a crate. I would prefer to have them on a chain. That because they have a lot more space. They have more. There's definitely more space on the chain setup than on a cage or big cage that they're from the outside. Like who has a good cage? I can't remember the Greeks. There's a guy with a Greek channel. A Greek guy from Las Vegas that has a channel. Alpha. I think it's Alpha. American People Terrier, something Alpha, something. He hasn't made videos, but he has a very nice setup outside. But that doesn't compare to a chain setup because there's more space. And here we are. I'm watching him, and he's trying to lick her. That's all he's trying to do. But sometimes, again, depending on how my daughter becomes, you know, I just have to be careful because of the nails, not because he's going to bite her. Medium, get up. Get up. Enough. Tell her, enough. Tell her, hey, you tell him enough. Don't hide. You tell him enough. What's that? Tell him. Say enough. Enough. Good job, baby. And this is part of the some of the things, the growing things that we do. Déjala. Que ella haga lo que ella quiera. Déjala. Que este es parte del video. No lo estoy poniendo, pero está bien. Sorry about that. I'm just talking to my wife. So, I'm showing again. This is reality. It's not edited. I don't edit my channel, my videos. I pretty much the way it comes out the first time, 99% of the time, that's the way I'm sending it to you guys. Ramsey, come here. Come here, Ramsey. And again, my daughter learns how to handle big dogs, how to handle herself, and how that is going to benefit her is because she's, hey, get up. I say, hey, cut it out. Say, cut it out. And what's going to benefit her is because she's dealing with, bumping and falling. She'll be able to defend herself. She'll be able to speak out when things happen to her in school, things happen to her, in the street while she's growing up, she won't be so sensitive. She won't be so fragile because these American People Terriers are dogs that do play, but because of their size, because of the strength, they might be a little rough. But it doesn't mean that they're mean. They're trying to attack the person. And as you saw, I don't know if you noticed, you saw that there's a cat. For people that follow my channel, you see that I do have a cat with these dogs. The cat grew up with these dogs. As a matter of fact, the cat was an adult when they were puppies. So he has a lot of experience with these dogs as puppies, and they recognize that cat as part of the pack. But a lot of times for like this one, he's very playful. He will play rough with the cat, and when the cat gets already has enough, he starts spanking the dogs, and the dogs allow that to happen. No, and see that is part of the training, teaching them that's not peaceful, and that leave it, that he should not be getting it. But anyway, I just wanted to show you this other dog. It's a male dog. Again, he's the brother of Bossman. His name is Ramsey. And I just wanted to show you that people do love the American People Terrier. True to standard. We respect the heritage. We allow them to be. But at the same time, we're shaping them without leaving or deleting their past or what is expected of them as dogs. But at the same time, I want to make sure that they are able to be pets to people, be able to live with people, with people's rules and regulations, because that's what they are. That's what they're living at. The large chain setups of people in the South, that's going to slowly become part of the past. Unfortunately, again, I think that is better than having them in crates. But people that breed dogs or people that are looking to have their family of dogs, like myself, we don't have the opportunity, especially in New York. You put a dog in a chain, and 10 minutes later, they're calling the cops because they think that's abuse. Again, I was running one of my dogs. I was on the bike. The dog was running, and I was on the bike, and they were saying that was abuse, despite the dog being the one that was pulling me. I was not pedaling. I was just enjoying the ride. But they saw that as dog abuse because the dog was enjoying himself. Running alongside of me or right in front of me, pulling me on, and that I was able to keep up. He was enjoying it, but because people sometimes are not happy in their life, they're looking to make other people's lives miserable, or they pick on people and say this is my stand, and I must be right, and blah blah blah, and that's what they do. Anyway, just make sure that you keep your dogs healthy. Make sure your dogs are up to date with everything, and even then, expect that you're going to have issues. 2/3 of the crime is being with the American People Terrier and being a minority. So make sure you are crossing your T's and dotting your I's, and looking forward to keeping these dogs, true to standard. That's the number one thing. It's not about changing their purpose. It's just making sure that they don't do what they were intended to. I have plenty of scars that prove that I have prevented dogs from being hurt by my dogs, and I put my body in the middle to prevent that from happening. And a lot of times that caused me to be harmed physically. Like here we go again. Here's one scar that I documented. You can go back to my videos where I have my hand was opened up, but you could only see the little scar there. Here's another. See, there you go. See that? All this about preventing people from dogs from getting hurt. Anyway, this is a part of the passion that we have to have for the breed and for the dogs, and understand that we are living in an environment where you could easily lose it all just because you have these dogs, and they could paint a certain picture. Excuse me. They could paint a certain picture that will ruin your life in terms of where you live, where you work, and how people see you. You know, like Triple J said, you know, a lot of these people that were friendly to him, he came out on TV, all of a sudden now they're turning their backs on him. And I don't understand that. I mean, I understand that situation, and I think good riddance. You know, you think there's people that are with you in the good and in the bad, and the moment something doesn't pan out, they are quickly to give you their backs. So anyway, this is Tony Montana. Until next time.